Hey guys, welcome back. Tisha here, back for another, say it with me now, say what? So, I was reading this article about this upcoming case with Christine and the bald eagle, and it got me to thinking. It got me to thinking that there may be a slight possibility that I am a hypocrite. You heard it here first, y'all. I am a hypocrite. Because when reading this article, I too found myself relating to some of the things that it was saying. And then I realized that I need to stop thinking from the lens of reality television and thinking from the lens instead of that this subject is about someone's child, is about someone's life. And even though they are reality stars, that there sometimes are parts of them that has to remain out of the spotlight. So let me read. Where is my microphone? I was just using it on my hair. There it is. Let's talk about this and go into some of my notes. Sister wives, Christine Brown and Cody Brown are in a custody battle, a real life legal drama unfolding. Christine Brown and Cody, the bald eagle Brown of the hit reality series Sister Wives, are locked in a heated legal battle. The two are fighting over the custody and the child support of their 14-year-old daughter, Truley Brown. This courtroom drama, which includes shocking developments like Christine's request for a paternity test, is captivating fans. I am fans. I went up. I went crazy. I was like, oh, yes, go, Christine. It's about time. It's about time you take his butt to court. These are all the things that I was saying. Let's keep going. Loyal viewers are questioning why this wasn't filmed for the popular TV series. Also, it fits perfectly into the narrative of the Browns' real life struggles. With Christine's bold legal moves and Cody's reputation on the line, the case offers a new layer of drama that could redefine the narrative of Sister Wives. I agree. I agree. But then it got me to thinking, y'all. This is what it got me to thinking. Who am I to say what Christine should allow for us as viewers to see when I myself haven't allowed certain things to be seen? Now, don't get me wrong. I am no way on any type of scale as Christine Brown. I've said it before and I say it again. YouTube really, for me, has become something that I've, thoroughly enjoyed. But because of the views that I get, it's not a moneymaker for me. I'm lucky if it pays myself and my son's phone bill each month. I'm just being honest without going too far into detail. The checks aren't really that big for someone of my subscription size, which is fine because I enjoy it nonetheless. But who am I to say what she should or shouldn't be doing when there's things I myself have done in order to keep peace? And I really think that for Christine, one of the reasons why she has not divulged as much as she could has is to keep peace and is to protect her daughter. And as a result of that, it got me to really thinking about Truley, because I too am a mom. And because I am a mom, there are things that I would love to come out here and tell you guys, right? But I know my son watches, so I can't do it. I can only say but so much because there's certain things that I want him to figure out on his own. And once he figures those things out or he's made aware of those things, then I'll tell you. I'll spray everybody. So I say that to say I really started thinking about Truley, because I really feel like out of all of the Brown children, that Truley has been the most mistreated of the kids by the bald eagle. To me, she's always seemed like an afterthought to him. At least, in my opinion, that's what we've witnessed on screen. And you guys can tell me what you all think. We've seen over the years that he places her in her own category apart from the bird's younger kids when he often talks about his younger children. Even now, he doesn't really consider Truley to be his younger kids. It's always just the feather crew. Despite the closeness in age of Solomon and Truley, this is what he does. And to hear that he doesn't want to financially support Truley, to see that after all this time that Christine is sitting here and she's having to go to the courts in order for him to take some financial responsibility, in my opinion, is infuriating, because I've been so caught up in the bird and her feathered kids that I've yet to do something in regards to Truley and talk about Truley. But he has managed, and his bird, to really keep the attention in this situation off of what matters most, which is Truley. Even in this season, we're hearing about how they're affected and how this has messed them up and how they're just now being able to go out on dates, which is a lie. When we really need to think about how this whole situation, how him not being able to support his biological kids seems to be a problem, but he doesn't have a problem supporting 3 other kids in addition to the 2 that he had with the bird. Not only adopting them, not only putting his name on their birth certificate, doing things that he's never done with Christine. Even though originally Christine was afraid to do all of that, at some point, once she got on this show, Cody should have took the initiative to go take care of that situation and put his name on that birth certificate. So he's capable. Sorry, my thoughts are everywhere. It's just that's what happens when I don't follow notes. He's capable of taking care of the bird's kids, but he's not. That's 3 other kids plus the 2, so 5 kids. But you can't take care of Christine's 1, or back then Savannah's 1, because Savannah was still in high school, and we often forget about her too. It's so messed up to me that Cody will financially support another man's children, but not his biological child, all because of how he feels about her mother. I can't help but wonder how Truley feels, because despite whatever Christine and the bald eagle have said, she has been made privy to some of the parts, some of the things that have gone on in their dynamic. The dynamics of a blended family often complicate the parent and child bonding process. It's something I've always considered myself when I was dating someone, because I know how blended families change things. My experience was made great when it came to my bonus mother, and horrible when it came to the man that my mother decided to marry, who since, thank goodness, she left. But my point is, there was a big difference with the two. With that being said, in the case of Truley and his inability, his words, to be present because of all the different families he had to go to, and his lack of care to me, and his lack of quality time to me, it's hindered his relationship that he was able to really have, but he chose not to, in more ways than one, with his daughter. Truley was born into a unique family structure, but her opportunity to bond with her father was limited from the start. Before she was even born, her father was focused on something that meant more to him, which was Robin. Cody gave up being a father to Christine and Janelle's kids to me the moment that those others came into the picture, the moment he was adored on a higher level than he was by the others, because he's the type of person who needs that. It really shows the difference when you look at the older kids, right? versus the younger ones like Gwen and Isabel, Savannah, Truley, even Gabe and Garrison at some points. You can see the difference with how those children were treated and how they talk about their father versus the experience that the older ones had. Because he wasn't focused on the others. He was focused on the feathers, even though the other kids still needed him. So Truley is born. And shortly after her birth, the bald eagle and the bird, what do they go? They go on what? An 11-day honeymoon? Was it 11? Was it 14? I know it was more than 10 days, right? Which set the tone for what life would be like for her from there on out. She was used to his absence during her early years. She was. So he comes back and instead of spending a significant time with his newborn, he spends a significant amount of time with the bird and her feathers because, according to her, she needed it, even though he was doing all of that prior. This choice, in my opinion, further causes a divide and limits his availability and his time to connect with his child. But there were kids like Hunter and other siblings that kind of filled in the gaps and enjoyed being around her. As Truley grew older, the dynamic shifted even more, affecting her relationship with Cody. Her first couple of years of life, we saw it on camera where she was so excited to see her dad. But you can tell that as Solomon came into the picture and as he got older, that his focus kind of shifted and was more so directed towards Saul. We know that part of that is because Cody admittedly seems to bond more with the boys than he did the girls. Lucky for Truley, as I said, that she had older brothers that showed her concern and love and affection, which is why one of the relationships that's always stood out to me as her dynamic with Hunter, because it's always been so sweet, right? Especially because Truley helped save Hunter. I never forget how we witnessed on camera where he helped, it helped him, I should say, being in Truley's presence when she was as little as a baby because he was depressed and he was sad and he needed something. And she gave him that. So by the time Truley's old enough to recognize who her father is, Bald Eagle's focus is on the other kids. And that's how it always was. Saul in his eyes could do no wrong. We saw when they went to that one trip, I can't remember where it was, but I know that I remember Garrison talking about how y'all are going to allow him to get away with everything. Nobody's correcting him or anything like that because he smacked Gwen, and they didn't correct him. They just acted like it was a normal thing. That's how it always has been. We're going to coddle these ones, and these ones can do no wrong. Ariella, who doesn't listen, who doesn't have a bedtime, who does whatever she wants, who's still sleeping in the bed as old as age 4. It's okay for her to do that, but we're going to fuss and complain and be upset that Truley doesn't know how to ride a bike when it's something that she's not comfortable with. I know I'm just, grasping at straws here, but I'm just saying there's a difference in how the kids are treated. So despite his obvious preference towards Saul, Truley, like most kids, still wanted her dad. She needed her father's presence. And during her formative years, Cody was only present here and there for a few hours each week. Y'all think about it. This man, when they were still living there, didn't know who Truley was. He didn't. He didn't know how old she was. He didn't know her likes and dislikes. He was overly aggressive with her when it came to riding the bike and telling her what to do. And she shut down as a result of the way that he was talking to her because he didn't even know how to deal with her. That's the problem. She needed her father, but he was not there. You can't come over a couple hours a week and think that you're doing something, splitting time amongst all these people. And then when you do come over for the couple hours that you do a week, you're spending time in your phone or not paying attention to the kids that you barely see because you don't like their mom. So you're here, but are you there mentally? Are you there emotionally? No, you're not emotionally available when you're at Christine's. So imagine what that was like for a young Truley. You create all these routines with the bird and her children, making your forever honeymoon, making sure you tuck them in at night, making sure you show up to their performances, making sure that you're there in the morning to see them off or to take them to school because you enjoy it so much while you were never willing to do it for others. How does that make someone like Truley feel? Cody made the conscious decision to prioritize his time with the feathers over establishing a connection with all. Cody is a deadbeat dad to Truley on screen, so I can't begin to imagine what he's been like off screen. Think about it this way, y'all. David has been in the picture for what? Has it been 2 years at this point? We know they've been married for a year. So almost 2 years at this point. And in the short time that David was in this child's life, we see that she seems to be more comfortable, more affectionate with David than she's been with Cody in years. That shows me, despite however we feel about their process and the way that they did it, that David has taken time to be there for this child. I want to see if there's anything else that I want to read from this article. I think that's it. I just feel like, okay, this is what I'll say. I'll go to this part. The custody dispute first came to light in early December when court filings revealed Christine's legal approach to securing custody of Truley. While the specifics remain under wraps, fans have speculated about how Cody's dwindling role in the lives of his children might play into the case. I also think that the fact that Christine is now in a better space, that she's mentally ready to go to war, that is going to play a big part in this case, because Christine was scared and she was brainwashed by this faith, and she has since become free, and a lot of things are different. Even Christine let some of her true feelings slip when she was asked on Radio Andy to describe Cody in 3 words, and her response was a deadbeat dad. Sorry, that's 2, but that can be 2. Christine has retained attorney James Woodall to represent her in the case, who previously represented her new husband David, and has requested a paternity test. Now, we know that they raised the paternity test thing as a thing, even though we all had speculations as to why, but this is what courts do in order to start the process. You know, they got to have the results first to make sure, yeah, this is the actual father before we put this man on child support, especially because a lot of these women lie about this thing. This is next level drama, and it's so wild to see playing out in real life when the cameras aren't rolling. I think it's better that it's playing out in real life. I think it's better that some things aren't put out there for the sake of Truley. Also, because when TLC gets involved, lies are told and things are getting messed up. You can't lie about what is going to be in these court proceedings. Meanwhile, Instagram users have praised Christine for standing her ground, with one follower commenting, "Love to see your smiles and supporting each other. I think you give a new beautiful meaning to sister wives." And I gotta agree. Let's be clear, okay? I may have come down on Christine before about how she handled certain things. I may have felt like she should have got child support from him a long time ago, but I have to respect the process, especially because if I'm being honest, if I'm coming out of my hypocrisy, I never pursued child support when it came to my son's father, which is why I can't wait until I have certain conversations so I could really fill y'all in on some stuff, because I told you I'm locked and loaded. With that being said, your process is your process. And here's the thing. Yeah, it may have taken 14 years, but at least she's finally doing something about it now. I hope that this helps Truley. I hope that they get a significant amount of money out of his butt. If you can pay $2 million for a home with your bird and her feathers, then you could pay some money and some back child support to Christine. And for real, I wish that Janelle would have jumped in on it too. But y'all let me know your thoughts down below. Sorry this was all over the place. Y'all know when I don't have notes and I don't follow my notes, I mess myself up. But I hope you all have a great Saturday, a great holiday, because I don't think there is a Sister Wives for Sunday. I'm going to miss you guys, but y'all can catch me in the comment section. Happy holidays, everybody. I love you guys so much. Until next time.